All right. Yo, what are you saying? Welcome back to ISOJ. It's been a minute. It has definitely been a second. Let's get into it. I feel bad because I haven't covered the Timberwolves OKC series, but honestly, a series doesn't start until a road team wins a game. First and foremost, I want to shout out Andrew Nemhard because those book one Grinches, crazy. Those look so good. But let's go into this series, Indiana versus New York. As I said before, the series doesn't start till a road team wins. The road teams are the only teams winning in this series. It's the complete opposite of what's going on out west. You should probably like the video and subscribe if you're here. That'd be cool. Have a good one. The key point of this series, and so far in this game, is if you go down 0-3 as the Knicks, this series is over. There is no coming back from it. We've seen it. You can get as close as you want, but it hasn't happened. And I'm on the side of history here. I don't think it will. It is just a gargantuan task. Karl-Anthony Towns, Cat was the best player this game, and for 3 quarters, he didn't show up. He had 4 points before the third quarter, and the first 3 quarters, it was rough. This Knicks team faced a lot of foul trouble. Jalen Brunson has this weird problem. Whenever he closes out way too hard, and it's not pretty to look at because Pacers players know it. So on the closeout, just don't shoot. Just wait for him to foul you. Because yes, of course, an open shot is always great, but if you can get the best player to be in foul trouble, then it's great. I saw this on a Reddit comment and I don't want to take it too seriously. So the numbers, the on-off minutes, and take it with a grain of salt, this is a Reddit comment. With Cat and Brunson both playing, a 4.42 net rating. With Cat on, Brunson off, a 9.91. And with Brunson on and Cat off, minus 0.84. So it's a lot to say that I think Cat is a very good player on this team. It is the 1A, 1B situation. My gripe with this Knicks team so far in this series is that I feel like Jalen Brunson plays way too much hero ball, and like some of his shots aren't bad. The shot to potentially tie the game in game 2 in the Garden, it looks like an irresponsible 3-point shot, but realistically, he is your best player, clutch player of the year. I don't think there's any other person you trust more to take that shot. Karl-Anthony Towns would like a word though. But anyway, the foul trouble for these two, 4 fouls for both of them by early in the third quarter, and then Brunson picks up his 5th in the fourth quarter itself. That meant that Cat gets the free reign to be the offensive weapon, to be their biggest threat offensively. And in this series, especially against Miles Turner, I think Cat is the best offensive weapon they have because Miles Turner can't keep up with him. Foot speed alone, Miles cannot keep up with Cat. He just blows by him at every opportunity. And we saw that on multiple occasions this game. I'll pull up a clip here if you really want to. This should not have been a game that the Pacers lost. They were up 20 in the second quarter. The Knicks cut that down to 13. And when you can cut, I know there's still double-digit leads, but a 20-point lead is a lot worse than 13. When you can cut that down, 13 points is 7 possessions, pretty much. If you're shooting threes only, it's, 5 possessions to take the lead? So it's not that bad. Teams can mess up, teams can slip up, and the Knicks defense really turned itself on in that second half where they're actually getting steals, they're getting turnovers, they're playing good defense. Cutting that down to 13 is so important for them. In that second half itself, there were a lot of errant mistakes from the Knicks. Also, for some reason, errant was just a word I really wanted to use, so someone in the comments let me know if I used that right. But there were a lot of mistakes from the Knicks contributing to lazy turnovers. There was one possession in the second where the Pacers defense was just tough enough to the point where the Knicks started running their offense with 6 seconds left on the clock. It got the ball into Mikal Bridges to take a desperation mid-range too. And if that's the cost of it, I'll take it. Even if he makes it, how often are you going to do that again? Another big thing here is, in my notes, the Pacers are such a good team when allowed to run in transition. We saw that in the first quarter. I think it was 14-0 in fast break points. And that's huge. When you can protect if you can stop a team in transition that much, that's huge for you. And also be able to be effective in transition. That's where the Pacers want to play. The Pacers are not a half-court offense team. They're not a team where you can give the ball to a guy and say, okay, cool, let's get it. Because a lot of their guys aren't that. Pascal Siakam can be that, but Pascal Siakam is not offensively as consistent as I'd want him to be that guy. Tyrese Halliburton can be that guy, but he is a pass-first point guard. There are points where you can look at Tyrese Halliburton and say his passing is giving him opportunities because of the fact that defenses will expect that pass more than him to drive. So when he drives into the lane, everyone's looking away to be like, oh, where's the open man? Where's the open man? Who is on the corner that we can't see, that he can? No, there is no one. He just went and got it himself, you know? The Knicks also ran a lot of lineups they haven't played before. Landry Shamet and Delon Wright took the court at the same time. Like, yeah, that's probably down to foul trouble. And I think it was Kenny Smith on Inside the NBA that said Tom Thibodeau wouldn't run a 9-man rotation in a baseball game. And I thought that was funny. As a person from the UK, I don't know baseball. I assume you need 9 players minimum. So I guess the people in the comments on that Reddit thread were clowning it. So they were like, yeah, that's funny. When your best defensive player goes down, and like, to be fair to the Pacers, that second unit that they have is a lot of defensive players. You have Reed Shepherd, you have even TJ McConnell is good at that. TJ McConnell will pick you up 95 feet, or however far, you know. He will make sure that you do not bring up the ball easily. Andrew Nembhard is a good defender. Ben Shepherd can also handle that responsibility. So they have a lot of good defenders. But yeah, Aaron Nesmith's injury was kind of at the worst possible time because it allowed the Knicks to get back into the game. It allowed the Knicks to start their offense, and they're not really getting hounded in the same way, because when you watch Jalen Brunson get the ball and run through the court and just try to start the play, Aaron Nesmith is hounding him at any opportunity. You are not starting this play. It's going to be tough to start this play. In that second half, I think it was Charles Barkley on Inside the NBA, 42 points for the Pacers in the second half total. The Knicks had 36 in the fourth quarter. A 20-point lead just evaporates. And like, this Knicks team is so good. For some reason, when they're playing against the lead, when they're behind, for some reason, it just unlocks them a bit. The more they have the lead, the more they are capable of throwing it away. Same with the Pacers, it feels like. Because the Pacers, again, I think are a team that operate best when they're slightly down, when the game is a little bit too far out of reach, and when they can make their run at a good, opportune time. Because this Pacers team will make runs. We know that. We've seen that even in this game. It shows this Pacers team will make runs. It's about how timely their runs can be, which I think is the most dangerous part of this Pacers team. You'll think it's safe. The Knicks thought it was safe in game 1. You were up big in the fourth, and the Pacers just come roaring back. They just keep coming. Like, they don't stop. And a huge stat I want to bring into this, even when coming into this game, I wasn't too worried about the Knicks going into it, because before the game, they were 5-1 in away games, road games, whatever. 6-1 now. This is it. Their only loss in a road game was the trap game 5 against the Celtics. You know, that was the game when they lost Jason Tatum, and they were just like, well, we got to be a bit superhuman now. And fair enough. Other than that, they've played very well in their away games. So I think this might be a series defined by road games. And my God, the Pacers have the more road games. But yeah, I feel like Jalen Brunson's usage is a bit too high. They're a plus 12 without him on the court. I don't know if that's just in the fourth quarter. I didn't write that down in my notes. But I don't know. Jalen Brunson post-game just says, I got to stop fouling. And I agree. You need to stop fouling. You need to play defense and not foul, because that is the hardest thing for your team to deal with. The Pacers go into game 4, 2-1 now. And this is looking winnable for the Knicks. If anyone saw the Inside the NBA post-game show, damn, that Knicks crowd was loud. And they're in Indiana. You know, all you hear is Knicks in 6. So game 4 is going to be exciting. You know, this might be a great series. Like, if this goes to 7, this is going to be the most entertaining series of the postseason so far. If we get a good game 7 out of this, because I think this is going to game 7, then hey, more power to them. This Pacers team is exciting. They're fun to watch. They're run and gun style. Like, Tyrese Halliburton is a modern day Steve Nash. And when they're running and gunning, when they're forcing turnovers, this team looks unstoppable. They just took the foot off the gas. I think that is all that you can really say when talking about the Pacers this series, or this game in particular, is that I think they just took their foot off the gas. They should have closed them out. Being up 20 points is the point where, okay, we got to finish this one off. We got to see them through. And it just felt like they didn't. I'm looking forward to game 4, and I hope this series goes long. I promise tomorrow I will be here again. I will do a video about the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Oklahoma City Thunder, because like, even at this point, it's like, oh, damn, this is unfortunate. Yeah, some things in life have happened. I have been busy. Damn, I've done 2 Knicks Pacers videos. I have not touched the Timberwolves series at all. But again, a series doesn't start until a road team wins a game, so we'll see. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, a like is always, you know, if you made it this far and didn't like the video, then What are we doing here? What are we doing here? If you like that little bit more, I mean, you're here at the end of the video. You watched however long this ends up being. The raw cut of this is 14 minutes of me yapping, you know? So if you watch this whole thing, maybe a subscription is something you would like to do. Maybe. I don't know. I can't make you do it. I will sit here uncomfortably until you do. I hope you have a nice day. Take good care of yourself. I'll see you in the next one. You better hit subscribe. Bye-bye now.